Ladies and gentlemen, man, you guys are good looking. I don't know if you know that. I look like a fuzzball. I need to get a haircut, shave. Oh, that's ridiculous. So listen, boys and girls, here's what we got. We're going to start getting ready for the IGCSE test. Got a paper 2. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says paper 2 right there. And we got a paper 4. This is an example from May of 2014. We're going to work through both of these, okay? So, I've already assigned you the paper 2. We're going to do the paper 4 later. The reason that we are successful here at the school is because we practice these tests very, very carefully. And you're not here with me, so I can't force you to do this, but I think it's a big deal to pass that test, because if you get just a C, if you get a C, that means that you are ready to be successful at college level math. That means that you're ready to go to college at the end of your 10th grade, high school year, and that you will be prepared to take and pass college level classes. And most of the experiences that students have had that have come through this program is that the students that get a B test out of all the college math that is required for the degree. Students get an A or an A star. They need to pursue some math heavy field. And for context, A star is about 1% of all students around the world. So if you get an A star this year, you are in the cream of the crop internationally speaking. That means something very special. So that's pretty awesome. Out of the 30 or so A stars, I don't know the exact number from last year, but it's probably 30 total in the last 8 years. Out of the 30 A stars, 20 have been my students. It's because we do this right. So doing this right, here's what it means. On a paper 2, no calculator. Timed, 90 minutes. No notes, no extra help, no nothing. So you go through it, do the whole test, right? If you can't figure it out, you mark it wrong. And then when you're done with the whole thing, then you grade it. So I've uploaded the test and the grading document for you. Next week we'll work on the paper 4. So I'll upload all that stuff for you for next week. And then you'll grade them all. I'll do a step-by-step on how to use the grading document for you later. But it's got codes there. It just basically tells you how you assign yourself partial credit. So you grade yourself very carefully. And what you're going to find is that your first test, this one, is going to be bad. It's going to be really, really ugly. Now, for us right now, we don't actually have all of the geometry background. So there's one question on that paper 2 test that you don't know yet. That's fine. You marked it wrong because you don't know it. And it's okay. You're going to get a terrible score most likely at first. But what you're going to find is as you keep taking these tests, you get better at the math that you've never really learned well last year or that you've forgotten. And you get better at the stuff we're learning right now. And as you move through, you also get better at taking the test itself. You learn to be a better test taker, a better problem solver. You learn to read, to take your time, to go slowly. You learn how to manage yourself better. And in the end, it's all glory, glory, hallelujah, right? So take the paper 2. No notes, no nothing, no distractions, right? Set aside at least an hour. It probably won't take you more than an hour, whether you've got it or not, right? If you don't know it, it's usually not an aspect of time. A lot of those tests take about half as long. So a lot of the time, paper 2 takes 45 minutes for a lot of students. So set aside an hour, no distractions, no notes, no nothing, no calculator. Do the test, and then you're going to grade it. See how you do. Now, really, really important. You need to write. So you're doing this test. You're not here in person, so I can't make copies for you. You're doing it in your notes, right? You need to write at the top of the test when you're done. You need to write out your score. So write out the problems, do all the work, right? So write problem 1, write problem 2, sketch any diagrams, do all the work. And when you're done, you grade it, you put your score on the top, and then you need to write down a list of things that you need to study. After taking this test and grading it, I learned that I'm not good at blank, blank, and blank. That is your study guide. That's like your guide, like, oh my gosh, I better learn how to do linear equations, for example, or scientific notation, something like that, okay? And that is going to be so powerful for you, and I do believe that's a huge key, a huge reason why we have so much success, because work is a waste of your time if it doesn't help you understand what it is that you know. If it doesn't help you understand what you know and what you don't know, and gives you a way to access the things you don't know so you can develop and improve, it's a waste of your time, and I really, really hate wasting time. So let's make it useful, right? Doesn't make it harder. I think it actually makes it easier, right? So let's do it right, and we'll tackle this. I know that we're in a difficult situation with the distance learning and whatnot, but I don't think it's going to hurt us. I think it's going to help us. I think we're going to destroy the test. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and let me know if you have questions.